Hello everybody. Today we're going to be delving into Megsy's 2026 and see what the energies have got for the beige one. I've got to say, before I start, you can work out what tarot cards you have for the year. I'll put it in the community post how you can do it anyway, right? So I've done it for Harry and I've done it for Megsy. Harry's card for 2026 is the Chariot. The Chariot relates to sun sign Cancer. William is a Cancer. So is his late mother. The Chariot also denotes to moving forward and trying to push on. It also denotes with Cancer. It also denotes to the home as well. So there's those factors going on for Harry. It's very, I feel like his whole year is going to be dominated by a Cancerian, and his focus is going to be very much on William and by extension Catherine. So I think there is that as well. For Megsy has got the Death card, the Scorpio card. She's got some interesting things going on, re karma and her chart, her correct chart. So I feel like there's definitely more to come with Megsy this year, but going into the Scorpio with her karmic ties and the fact that King's been a Scorpio as well, Megsy is going to have a rather brutal year. It's going to be weird and it's going to be brutal, and that's just off the energy of that. The reason I'm saying that as well is because I do have a little bit of knowledge knowing that she is going through these karmic cycles as well. Real bad. So there we go. So if you're new here, hello, welcome. Please subscribe, give us a like and a share. And everyone, if you can hype and do all of those YouTuber-y things, I would really appreciate it. Thank you. We do have a lot going on in the Markleverse. As predicted, the Gemini full moon was a complete show, a complete, absolute mess of a thing. Everything went on in the space of 3 days. 3 days. And of course, Mr. Markle is in hospital receiving surgery in Cebu in the Philippines. And Megsy has apparently reached out to him, which was announced at the timing of the beautiful Catherine, Princess of Wales, is together at Christmas concert. Just as that was filming, this news hit. You know, but anyway, moving back on. So the first layer I'm going to do for the general energy. The second layer I am going to do her relations with Harry, and for the final layer I'm going to be using my oracle deck, the Whimsically Hostile Oracle, which I'm just starting to use now. Just arrived actually on Gemini full moon. So yeah, so we should be doing that. So let's have a look. Let's have a look at Megsy's 2026. 2026 energy, give me it. Ace of Pentacles is in reverse. The Ace of Pentacles in reverse, my guys. She's going to go into 2026 with something costing her quite a lot of money. Interesting. So she's obviously going to be making a payout to someone, or there's some deal that has gone through, or there's some questions, more questions around finances in 2026. Big questions around finances. So that is interesting. The very material, losing your grip on terra firma as well. The Page of Cups crossing over in reverse. She doesn't want, one of her big things is she doesn't want to seem like she's any less than Catherine. And she does this repeatedly by trying to one-up Catherine. Everyone thinks, yeah, we get it. You're two different people. You're not in competition. The Page of Cups in reverse, often for me as a reader, when I'm reading on the royals, can very much represent the Wales children as an energy. And there is this is also the Page of Cups factor when it's in reverse, that it's emotional upheaval and everything. But you've got to remember there is a jealousy here when it comes to Catherine and William, and that Page of Cups represents the children. So there's that. Above the situation, and I just want to say before I move on, the reason she dislikes the Wales children so intently is, one, because they're Williams and not hers, and they're higher in the succession line than her, and she's also very just jealous at everyone, man. The King of Wands is in reverse above. A lot of media stuff, a lot of getting on the wrong side of people in the media, and I don't mean that lightly. I mean, there's something going on where she's really gonna become further but other jokes, that it's almost like there's a red flag here and she's waving it for criticism, and she gets that criticism and traction. Now, underneath what we have the Devil, complete control. Megsy is gonna have a very weird, convoluted, controlling 2026. And you think, you're probably in the comments going, no, they like that's all the time. No, I really mean it. She's gonna have a weirder than normal 2026. It's gonna feel weird. It's gonna feel controlled, like more so than, but it's gonna like spin out of control the more she tries to control it. There's a definite element here with that Devil. She's really not playing. Now, she coming into this, she wants this level of fairness and everything being balanced out, and she wants to do that, and that has driven her when it comes into these cards. That will be dry. That balanced and working out is this money exchanging hands, this money going out, this money loss. Well, she is going to be very almost like assertive with stuff. The Chariot is in reverse. There's a loss of control. It's also William. 2 of Pentacles. I've got 2 cards. I'm going to take them both. Okay. Let's control again. Okay, so the lot of control. She's gonna, one of her focuses is going to be William this year. The Chariot is in reverse. She's very much focused on William, and Harry has a renewed focus on William. So William is going to be a big theme for her next year. And it's like she's going to behave oddly, man. The 2 of Pentacles is trying to hold it together when it's in reverse and not managing it. You are not planning, you are not juggling things correctly, you're focusing on the wrong priorities. The 10 of Swords surrounding her and the Page of Wands. She's very fiery and very, very angry about something. Very angry and wants to kind of like stomp into the middle of the room and perform for you, like I don't know, like your kids do, or your nephew or your niece or whatever, and they want your attention, that kind of thing. And the 10 of Swords, there's a betrayal. She's going to betray somebody. There's something going on. There's an ending, maybe potentially with one of her friendships, quite big, or there's something else. The 9, Rain. The 4 of Pentacles there, it shows that there is a further grasp of control. And the 4 of Pentacles, and with the Devil, when you try and control things, everything gets more out of control. The Devil, though, that energy going in and that energy going out, she goes in with this kind of like hunger just to control everything, and she leaves with this, still trying to control everything desperately, but not having this kind of iron grip that she had definitely earlier in the year. With regards to the Hermit in reverse there, The Hermit in reverse. Well, Harry's card in the tarot, when you look at his astrology, is the Hermit. That is in reverse. And he is in a massive devaluation cycle, like a absolutely massive one. Like, he's so controlled. Now let's move on to her relationship with Harry next year. So I feel like there's going to be stuff, just to summarize, I feel like there's going to be stuff in the press. It's more controlled, more assertive. It's going to potentially get her into trouble. There is going to be a betrayal right beside her right now. They're going to be really focusing on William in 2026, really focusing on William. So if there's any puff pieces, anything that says anything horrible about William or Catherine, 9 times out of 10, it'll be coming from these lot. So we have got the wand there. So she does want to make a big scene. She still wants all the attention. But this year she's going to be trying to play like 5D chess. I mean, she kind of does it anyway, but she's going to be more blatant about it in 2026. Like, she might even just be like putting her name to it, you know? Let's see how it is with Harry. There's money loss, though, right the way through. Big problems with money going out. Her relationships with Harry. The 6 of Wands is in reverse. She finds you an embarrassment, Harry. She's embarrassed by him. The 4 of Pentacles is in reverse there. There's an issue with trying to control him, and she can't quite control him how she wants to. I mean, she's in his head completely, but he's still got this kind of spark where he doesn't follow her instructions as well as she wanted him to. I think Megsy is the only person he's listened to in his life. What a bad choice that is. The Fool above, there is a massive risk when it comes to Harry. And the 9 of Swords underneath. She's going to put things up to being. Her and Harry, in the cards the other night, had a massive disagreement. There was like this disagreement going on, yeah? The 9 of Swords underneath shows that she's going into this, oh, this is so cruel for me around Harry. She's not favourable of him. And there's a massive risk around the situation they're arguing about. The 3 of Pentacles, difficulty, like they wanted to separate out how they worked and all of that stuff. You know, they did a bit where they were just doing things by themselves this year. And I feel like there's going to be some of that going on, but only like interject. Harry only gets used as when she feels like she needs a prop and no one believes her. I'm a beige domestic goddess kind of shtick anymore. The 2 of Cups is in reverse. These are very unself-aware, very unable to read the room. They are just like that as a couple. They very much don't see each other as each other are. They've both got the projected images of how they should be in a way, and Harry really doesn't live up to what Megsy thinks he should be like, and hasn't done for a long time. In fact, probably never did. She doesn't really want to be around him too much. I think we're going to see some coldness in the public space. I wonder if there's anyone else involved. We've got the King of Cups in reverse. There's going to be so much focus on William. So much focus on William. Of course, the King of Cups could be a different energy. Now, the King of Cups is a water sign. So this could actually be Senior, because he is, I think he's a Cancerian. It could be William. Or it could be both, but they're fighting around something and they don't agree with something. And they don't recognize the stuff. The Emperor is in reverse. They're fighting around something. This is, I'm going to have 2 cards there. And the 7 of Swords and the 2 of Cups in reverse. The 2 of Cups in reverse there. I feel for what's happening right now in the media, I feel like there's lots of like back and forth with did Megsy really contact her father, or is it just misspoken and all of this stuff. But I do find there is a conflict there around the issue. There's an issue with her father now, whether Megsy doesn't want to contact him and Harry wants her to, or is by the by which way it lies. But there is a conflict there, a conflict of interests. And that Emperor in reverse. There's going to be a lot of daddy issues in 2026 for Megsy and for Harry. But Harry's focus is more on his brother. For Megsy, definitely. The King of Wands is in reverse. She's so frustrated and so angry by Harry, and she can't move on. She can't travel forward. She doesn't want to move on. She doesn't want to give up her ideal situation that she believes she's lived in, you know? She doesn't want to, she just doesn't want to move on at all. She's very stuck in her ideas and her opinion of herself. We're going to see more and more cracks in the relationship. We are going to also see a lot of a lot more taking other people's stuff, taking other people's ideas, their sound bites, the words. You know, she's just quoted Kamala Harris in As Ever and all of that kind of stuff. So, but we're going to see it more blatantly, but she thinks she's doing it more subtly. So she's just kind of like, yeah. So now we're just going to have a quick commercial break.
Ho, ho, ho! Looking for a unique gift this Christmas? Why not check out North's Christmas offers? Give the gift of a tarot reading or distance angelic Reiki. Or why not book a full moon group healing yearly package for a loved one and let them enjoy a little treat every month for 12 months? Or why not treat yourself? It is Christmas after all. Visit northeasttarot.com and give a gift they will remember.
You're now going to delve into the Whimsically Hostile Oracle from Megsy's next year. So these are my tarot cards, or my oracle cards. They're a mix of tarot and oracle. They're designed by me. Really, for me, I just thought there was a series of images that I really think we could benefit from having. And so you never know, it might turn out to be a real deck one day. It is a real deck right now. I think we might have it. We might have it. So let me have a look at Megsy next year from the Whimsically Hostile Oracle. And we have the Ace of Cups in reverse. Of course we do. So like I said, Megsy is going to try and control. She is going to try and double down. And she is going to be trying to be this whole kind of, I embody the spirit of Diana. I am purity itself. And she really believes it to the point, it's kind of like a Mammy Dearest energy. You know what I mean? She's completely unaware of how that sounds and how it reflects to anyone else, because in her, embodying somebody else is perfectly normal, you know, and that's... It's difficult when you've got like no kind of core feeling of who you are, you know. And I really feel like that she has that. Let's have a look. We're having a proper mentee bee. Yeah. So all those stresses, all of that control that the tarot picked up, she is going to go. She's delusional. And she is just going to go ham with the control games and the control methods and the puff pieces. She's going to try stuff that she thinks she's never tried before, but it's a kind of a rinse and repeat. So she's going to come from like slightly different angles with her puff pieces. So that's interesting, but she is going to throw a lot at it. And you are going to see that she is indeed like scatty as. We have the Temperance card in reverse as well. All of these emotions, all of these art, all of this projects, all of these things that you try to put together, Megsy, is all kind of falling apart. That is very, very interesting. So she's... Now remember, Harry had the furies. Harry had the karma card coming after him straight away in 2026. So I feel like with the Chariot, there's going to be some, and like indicating William, I feel like there's going to be some karmic rebalancing in that relationship. And I don't mean that means it's going to be healed. I just mean that Harry's going to get a lot of the stuff that he's thrown out of William back at him somehow. And it won't be from William either. It's just the universe cleansing, I feel. But there is something coming like that back. With Megsy, you can see all of the cups energy and the temperance energy, all of this flowing energy. It's blocked. It's messy. It's all over the place. She thinks she's got this natural flow from the gods. She thinks she's been touched by the Archangel of Beige, but yet she's all over the place, absolutely all over the place. Let's have a look and see what else you want us to see. Very unlucky year for her. Not a good year for her. And there's the strength card in reverse as well. She should walk away from situations. In fact, you might even see her actually walking away from a situation and be like, I am over this, but it won't benefit her because that strength card, and she is a Leo, is in reverse there. And that unlucky card, it's setting it up. So there's going to be almost like stomping out in an interview or stopping an interview, a Fergie moment, you know. The Ace of Swords is in reverse. I feel like we got this for Harry a lot last year. The Ace of Swords is in reverse. Do not expect any positive writings or any positive anything coming from Megsy. If she's got anything legally going on, it's not going to be great. I'm just surprised we haven't seen the Five of Swords, because the Five of Swords is in this deck. We've got the Three of Swords, though. She's going to embarrass herself through an interview or the spoken word, isn't she? She is going to do some narcissistic wounding on herself. And then she's going to double down and be like, I am a machine with that Capricorn rising energy. She's going to try and say, like, I am the hyper businesswoman. So there's going to be a part of the year where she makes a complete and utter divvy of herself with either this written word or a lawsuit or something. She's going to be connected to the written word. And it's not going to come out. She might even get dumped from a contract that she's never even signed. There's that energy, but it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. But she's going to double down back out after it. Can you remember when she got dumped by Netflix and she was like, oh yeah, it's so better that we're not getting these, like, we're not getting paid up front for it all. So yeah, there's that. Let me have a look and see. Ooh. We have got the scrying card. We have got moving like water. She's going to be so stagnant yet next year. She's not going to know what to do. She is going to try and predict some things through what she can see online. The thing is with the void, this card here, the scrying card, my point is, with the black mirror that is in your hand, the black mirror that is probably in your handbag, on your table and everything, she looks in there and she does it's almost like she sees it like a black mirror. It's almost like the internet's looking back at her, waving its finger up at her, you know, and she can't stand it. She can't stand it. The Hierophant is in reverse. She is not going to go with the flow, but that Hierophant is in reverse, and that Hierophant in reverse is her being anti-institution, anti-monarchist, potentially being outside of Hollywood and the establishments that she wants to get in. What's driving her underneath it all as well, like we had in the first spread, we have the devil. Let's just see how she feels towards Harry with these cards. See what else can come out. Let's have a quick look. Harry, the oh shit. Judgment. Oh, she's judging him. The wild cards. Ace of Pentacles is in reverse. Let me just pull 3 more because, oh, there's the Knight of Swords. She thinks he's damaging to her brand. We've got the Influencer in reverse underneath. She thinks he's damaging to her and damaging to everything. Now you've got basically you've got the Scorpio element here in the Judgment card, because the Judgment card does resonate to Scorpio as well, which is Megsy's. Megsy is in a Scorpio energy for 2026. She's going to have a weird old time, but she's also in an energy that relates to some kind of karmic energy in her chart. The O poo card there, it's like Harry is a massive disaster. She thinks Harry is a massive mistake in a way. I can guarantee he was like, I got the wrong husband. It could have been better. The wild card element is something's going to come out of left field, really kind of come out of left field. And the Ace of Pentacles in reverse there. The Ace of Pentacles in reverse is, again, there's these money issues going on, which came up as well. The liar that lies, there is going to be lies and mistruths and manipulations on a scale that you haven't seen around her relationship with Harry. She is going to try. We've got the basic beach. She is going to keep and try as much as she might to be this kind of generic beige influencer that she thinks is so groundbreaking, but it's not. We have the Queen of Swords energy. This relates to a Gemini, a Libra, or an Aquarius. There's plenty of Aquarians who Megsy knows and might find problematic for her energy, but we would find great. But there is definitely some Swords energy. She is, very aware of a Queen of Swords. Don't forget Oprah is one as well. This is interesting. So there might be some Oprah action when it comes to her and Harry. She might say something to Oprah about Harry. Who knows? But the Knight of Swords there, this is going back to the security, because this can reference a uniform services person. Aquarius rising as well. She is going to be well, she's either going to fall out with another Aquarian, or which is going to have a big problem, or she's going to be weird and isolationary, and she is going to kind of come across as this very kind of convoluted, very kind of all over the place person. The wild card is something coming in and just running around like a bull in a china shop and then running off, and everyone will be like, what the hell was that? There are lots of lies, and there are going to be multiple lies and multiple narratives and all of that kind of stuff. And that influencer thing, when it comes to Harry's relationship, she's embarrassed by him. She thinks he does her no good. But look at that, man. Underneath her, her overall energy is the devil and the control. And it was on the other cards as well. Final card for Megsy for 2026. Is she going to enjoy it? Is she going to have a great time? Is everything going to be great? And the world is in reverse. No, it's not. The world in reverse can indicate either a death. It might be the death of someone close to her, a death of her career, the ending of several relationships, the ending of a way of being, and the rebirth into a new world. But it is in reverse. So she is going to have a weird year with the death card, the devil card, and the world in reverse. I feel like she's going to create herself some bad karma and go too far in 2026. and there's going to be lots of business deals. There's going to be lots of things like that. There's going to be money is going to be going out more than she's anticipated, and there's going to be a lot in 2026, and it's going to be weird. It's going to be like the Meghan Twilight Zone. So thank you very much for being here. I appreciate you guys being here so much. I hope you've enjoyed the reading. I shall be back for some live streams and some more readings really soon. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you all later. Bye, everyone.